Sveiki, man vardas Jurgelis Trišis or Jurge Trišis.
So we are talking this afternoon in Slovakia with Juraj Králik. Juraj Králik is the chairman of eRko organization. And Juraj, could you tell us more about eRko organization? What is organization eRko?
eRko, its long name is Christian Children Communities Movement. It is a children organization, the national one in Slovakia, and it has about 8,000 children and youth members all over Slovakia today. So we do the regular meetings. Our volunteers, they do the regular meetings with children in their parishes, and they organize activities for them.
How many groups do you have in all over Slovak? Have you count?
I think nowadays we have about 500 groups all over Slovakia.
And the group usually is of what size?
About 10 to 15 members.
And the leaders are not older or middle-aged people, but usually it's the youth themselves, yes?
Yes. It's typically they're 18, 19, 20, 21, and so on.
I see. And what is the usual activities during the group meetings every week?
Yeah. We concentrate on the spiritual part, and then something for children to learn something, and of course on the games and songs. So it's like a mixture of some spiritual moments, then some methods where children can learn something. For example, we use crafts or some animation methods and so on, theater, to speak with children about certain topics. For example, about their home, about their families, and so on and so on. And then we of course play games and sing songs and dance eRko dances.
Yeah, and one more question is, I have heard that you have great national campaigns all over the Slovakia. So could you tell me, not me, but every Ateitnikas who is watching this video, about the main activities national level that eRko does?
Yeah. So one of the big activities is that we issue a children magazine called Rebrik. We issue 10,000 copies every month. So it's used also in the schools, not only in the eRko meetings. And then during the school year we have several campaigns. The biggest one is called Dobrá novina, is a Christmas carol singing campaign, and children, they visit families during the Christmas time and they announce that the Jesus was born. They sing the songs, the carols, and they raise money for the projects in Africa. So it's a combination of the Slovak tradition, Christmas carol singing, and the solidarity help to the people who live in the poor conditions in Africa, in the African states. And it's also building a bridge between our children and the children in Africa. So it's a very nice project. And we include about 25,000 Christmas carol singers in this campaign. So it's 3 times more than there is the member that there are the members of eRko. So we include other parishes and so on. And then we have a very nice campaign which is called Switch Off TV, Switch On Yourself. I hope you are not going to switch off now. Okay, this is 1 week in May, and our leaders, they motivate children not to watch TV 1 week, not to play computer games and just browse the internet for nothing. And they offer some more activities, especially outside, trips and games and so on. And these children, they make a kind of self-commitment that they are not going to watch, and then they will spend their time in a nicer way, in some more, they will invest more into the relationships and so on. And then in October we have month campaign. It's called Children Deed of Help. So children, we motivate them to make or to do so many good deeds as possible and they write it down, and then we collect all the good deeds and we make a conclusion at the end of October.
So the average age of children you are working with in organization is what?
It begins since 7 or 6 or 7, and typically the groups, they finish when they are 15. So then if the children or the teenagers are 15, they can decide they want to help as co-leaders at the group meetings, or they go to some training course weekend training course or
So how
some
do you
other training
prepare
courses.
leaders? Mainly by the training courses, yes?
Yes, we have several training courses concerning on pedagogy, psychology, then these methods, the concrete methods with children, games, eRko dances, crafts, creativity, and so on.
And yesterday you had the 20th birthday of eRko, is that right?
Yes, yes.
And what's your could you tell us about your birthday?
Um, we gathered members of eRko, especially leaders of eRko, at one place in Ružomberok. It's the town in the center of Slovakia, and we were 600 there. We had a kind of congress, and we had there some moments of reflecting what all we did during the 20 years of existing eRko. But I have to say it's the 20 years of the official existing, because there was a net of people who worked with children also during the communist times. And we celebrated, we had a mass with our bishop, and then there was a part, a dancing part, a ball, eRko ball.
And I would like to ask you as a chairman what main challenges you see in the future for your organization and for
Yes.
similar organizations like Ateitininkai all across the Europe.
Yeah, I made some points also yesterday during this gathering. I think the young people today, I mean our leaders, they need to be oriented. The orientation is very important to be formed, to keep on forming themselves, and to be oriented when they meet children. They really we want to concentrate on it, that they are really responsible and they are really oriented also in the spiritual life, and they can be really leaders of the groups, not only animators to play, but really the leaders. And this is a big challenge, I think, nowadays, because the pressure of the media, of the society, and the culture is going another direction. So we have to go against the mainstream a little bit, but it's nice. And the second one is about children, because they are in. We feel it that they are kind of impacted by the consumerism style of way of living, and we want to, especially this school year, we are concentrating on the creativity to be on a kind of opposite side of the consumerism. So these are maybe the two challenges I see today.
Yes. Could you briefly, for the ending of this video, share the story how you found eRko and decided to invest your time and to become like the main leader now?
When I was 13, 14, I took part at the children camp, and I really liked it, and I really admired the leaders there, and I wanted to be such a leader one day. So I had the opportunity to go to the training course, because my sister, she was already a leader, and she gave me this possibility. So I went to the training course, and since that time I visited many training courses, and I was given more and more responsibility. I was the leader of the region of eRko, and then I was a member of the national board, and then 4 years ago I was elected the president or the chairman of eRko, and this July I was re-elected again.
Okay, thank you. Best wishes for eRko organization. Long live eRko and good day.
Thank you. Greetings to Ateitis.